The RV Show USA is brought to you by Flagstaff, building better RVs, making smarter RVers.
All right, welcome to the RV Show USA again, everybody. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. If you love to camp an RV, or if you are interested in camping and RVing, you have come to the right place, because for the next hour, we're going to go all over the place. We're going to cover topics ranging from don't be a jerk in the campground to debunking more RV myths and legends to how buying a cheaper RV could cost you a lot more in the future. If you'd like to call in and let us know how you think we're doing, we would love to hear from you. Or if you have a suggestion for a show guest, maybe, call us at 1-330-WINGMAN. So a couple of months ago, I got a voicemail from a gentleman named Earl Pitts, as in Earl Pitts American. I couldn't believe it. The Mr. Earl Pitts is a camper and an RVer. But in that voicemail, he told me several things that, as he says, makes him sick. That's how he talks. Anyhow, Earl and I spoke not long after that voicemail, and I invited him to be a regular here on the show. He said, he was a little bit hesitant, told me he didn't want to be known as a cranky camper that was complaining all the time. I told him I understood, and that we kind of left it at that. Anyway, much to my surprise, I got another voicemail from him around New Year's from Earl Pitts. And evidently, he and his wife just returned from another camping trip. Thought you may want to hear from the one and only Earl Pitts American. I just love this guy. He is, he's just so Earl, I guess. And I would love to have him on the show as a regular guest. I'm going to play his voicemail, then give you our telephone number. I want to know if you would like to hear more from Earl Pitts. Here's the message he left me right around New Year's.
Hello again, Mr. Wingman. This is Earl Pitts, and we spoke a few weeks ago, and I just want you to know that I'm not always complaining about what's happening in the campground. I'm really not. There's plenty of things that Pearl and me witness that make us feel really good. Kids riding their bicycles and playing tag and helping build campfires and all that stuff, Mr. Wingman. That does my heart good. It really does. But there's always seems to be somebody doing something stupid that makes me sick. Let me tell you, me and Pearl, we pulled into our campsite. First thing we wanted to do was, build us a nice warm campfire. A really nice one, where we could settle in and get ready for a few days of wintertime camping. But that was not going to happen, was it? Until we had to remove this, wait for it, bunch of dirty baby diapers. Yes, sir. There's several of them nice soiled dirty diapers around there and a dozen more cigarette butts and melted plastic bottles. And we finally got our campfire lit. And do you know what it smelled like? Let me tell you. It smelled like pee. It did. Smelled like pee. You know why? 'Cause it was pee. And what kind of slob would go and relieve himself in a campfire for somebody else to enjoy? I don't think so. You tell me. I just don't get it. 'Cause I'm saying, it makes me sick to see some of the things that people do, and they care so little for other people. Come on, campers. We're better than this. Can't we all do the neighborly thing and be kind to one another and treat others like we want to be treated? I know it's a holiday season. We're all supposed to be thoughtful and respectful and all that. Well, that's nice. But some of these people that are talking up camping and stuff, they need a refresher course in manners before they hit the campground for sure. And Happy New Year, Mr. Wingman, and thank you for what you do. Pearl and me hope to run into you one day on a camping trip. Earl Pitts American, Pitzo.
All right, as I mentioned, I would love to hear more from Earl personally. I'd love to have him on future shows, but I think he's going to need a little bit of encouragement. If you'd like to hear more from Earl Pitts, please call our 24-hour voicemail. Let us know what you think. Your calls are not only appreciated, but I think that they'll do the trick. At least I hope so. By the way, the things that Earl says that makes him sick, I think it makes almost every camper sick. Can you just imagine having to pick out soiled baby diapers from your fire pit and then having to deal with the smell? Anyway, call. Let us know if you'd like to hear more from Earl Pitts, or maybe not. Personally, I really like the man. I'm hoping that one day he and Pearl will make their way to our place in Texas. Our 24-hour voicemail again, 1-330-WINGMAN, 1-800-330-Wingman, and you can leave a message of up to 3 minutes in length and tell us your thoughts on hearing more from Earl. If you don't want to spell it out, it's 1-330-946-4626. All right, from Earl Pitts to some important buying advice of what not to do when buying an RV. I often ask the question, what does a mistake feel like? You know the answer? You think you know the answer? Think about it. What does a mistake feel like? If you said it feels bad, then why did you do it? The real answer, the honest answer, is a mistake feels like nothing until you realize you made a mistake. I don't know of a single RV buyer who thinks they're making a mistake, not one when they're buying a new RV, yet so many of them do make mistakes, and when they realize it, it ain't pretty, as they say. I'm not trying to scare anybody off here, I promise I'm not, but I am trying to get your attention. If you have to pick either blind enthusiasm or paranoia, I guess, when buying a new RV, I would lean more towards the paranoia, for sure. Look, I own a campground. I want to see you own an RV. I make a living in the RV industry, but I want you to be a happy camper. Happy campers not only keep the RV industry healthy, but I think happy campers are, well, they're able to make memories that can be priceless. An example to get your attention, a gentleman wrote to me recently who bought a 7-year-old travel trailer from guess who? Yeah, from those guys, in as-is condition. Now, you've got to realize that when you buy something in as-is condition, what that really means. What it really means, wait for it, is as is. What's ironic is that the salesman then sold the buyer an extended warranty. At least that's what he claims. But get this, shortly after he buys a used travel trailer in as-is condition, he realizes he has some issues. No kidding. What kind of issues? Well, just a couple, like, the awning wouldn't shut correctly. When the slide was extended, the front wall was separating from the interior. Some of the structural aluminum framing was broken. He also discovered some serious water damage, and the floor was nice and soft and rotten. What did he expect? He bought it in as-is condition. But wait, remember the salesman sold him an extended warranty. At least that's what he says. Guess what? This dude takes his camper in for the warranty work, and they denied it. They denied the warranty work. Can you believe it? And now he's stuck with a junker camper, a 10-year bank note, and he's paying for an extended warranty he should have never purchased in the first place. Let me tell you about these extended warranties. I am no lawyer, but they do not cover pre-existing problems. None of them do. None of them. If the salesman told him they did, that is fraud, and he ought to be able to, get his money back. Maybe the buyer was told that by the salesman. Anyway, how many times have you heard me say that as is means as is? Even the best made RVs, the best ones, will require some fixing, maybe just an adjustment here and there. But when you see an as is RV, I say run. Don't walk, run. Run the other way. In fact, I have never not once heard from somebody who bought an as is camper and 6 months later didn't regret it. I use examples like this one to illustrate the importance of making the right decision when buying your RV and taking the time to do your homework. Really do your homework. If you have any doubts about the condition of the RV that you're looking at, any doubts at all, consider hiring a third-party inspector. A trained set of eyes can either give you peace of mind in your buying decision or help you, prevent you from making what could be a catastrophic buying mistake. Whose fault is it this guy is miserable? The real truth is nobody knows. I'm not sure. I do know that I would never buy an as-is used travel trailer. I just wouldn't, no matter what. But agree or disagree, I'd love to hear what you think. Give us a shout 24/7 at 1-330-Wingman. All right, just ahead, when buying a cheaper camper, you think you're going to save money? It could cost you a lot more in the future. We're going to talk about jerks in campgrounds and how to handle them. And we're going to wrap up our story on RV myths and legends. We invite you to join our online community of more than 400,000 RVers on Facebook. You can connect with us by starting out on our website at thervshowusa.com, where you can pick from, dozens of Facebook groups from all over the country. You can also connect with our crack team of show correspondents. Yes, you can. And you can sign up to receive our show notifications, again, at thervshowusa.com. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. The RV Show USA rolls on after this.